Welcome back to another episode of Reality Court. My name is Ace Fanning, host of the Sister Wives podcast. Love should be multiplied, not divided. And unfortunately, that's it. I have nothing else exciting to say about myself. But my beautiful, brilliant, sexy, funny at times, co-host Anna Quincoces, former Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. She's a chef. She's an author. She's a grandmother. She is a pain in my ass. And somehow she has not yet been disbarred as an attorney, which I think this show could be that soon for you.
Yes, there's a rule that says that you should not engage in behavior unbecoming an officer of the court, which is what an attorney is. And this is unbecoming, but I love it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. You know, you could, if Tom Girardi wasn't getting disbarred, you know, is this really going to do it, you think? But also, I mean, you probably are going to have to pay some people off.
Look, you know, people ask me, why was I so fucking boring on Real Housewives of Miami? And it's because, first of all, there was no precedent of people being crazy on Real Housewives of Miami in that time, but also because I really was worried about being disbarred and the people, you know, like at the time, my colleagues seeing me acting crazy.
You know,
and because I kind of just suck as a housewife.
Do you think, let's say that they said, hey, Anna, we want you to come back. We want you to be a housewife, and you accept. What would you do differently this time around? Well, one, I'd hope you'd bring me on as a friend of.
Right. Okay.
It would make zero sense. 0 cents why I'm there, but that's okay.
No, yeah, that's okay. If, you know, I love you so much, Ace, that I might do it just to bring you in as a friend. But I have zero
That's
interest.
okay.
Like, yeah, zero interest.
But I'm just saying, like, you do agree. Like, they give you the good money. They're like, hey, girl, this is going to be good. And you're like, okay, I'll do it. What are you doing different? Are you going to be crazy? Are you going to be a psycho bitch?
You know, I think with the women now the way they are, I think, yeah, I'd have to read them the riot act every day, teach them how to speak, teach them how to, you know, all those things.
You know what could be?
It won't be anticlimactic like other stuff that you've seen. And I had my moments when we were on, you know, but I was also being fed all this stuff that I didn't understand, you know, what was going on.
Okay, here's my thought.
I didn't have hair extensions or lashes or
your facelift. You know, it's just like you were playing
but yeah,
with what you had. But here's the thing.
I do think that I could it would be like taking candy from a baby at this point, if they had any interest in showing what I really said.
Okay.
I
think that we go for it. I think a fun storyline could be that, you know how like Sonia has her interns, but we also have Sutton, who has her assistant. I'm not going to be your assistant. I will be your pool boy.
Oh, my pool
yes.
boy. But like,
I'm a pool boy that you like, you confide in,
ask advice of, and like, should I wear this or this? And then I can kind of vent with you about like, can you believe that Lisa said this or that Gertie said that?
I'm going to need to up my Ozempic shots though, because I'm gonna, and probably, you know, that procedure, they can do liposuction where it like outlines your abs. I'm going to need that because I think every shot I'll probably have to be in a Speedo.
Yeah. Lenny did that.
Okay. Yeah. I think that would be good for me.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Anna Quincoces, we have a very special episode today. We have a beautiful guest coming on, and I am so excited, but I'm not going to tell you yet who it is, you know, because, but also, I mean, there's a chance maybe she doesn't show up. There's always that chance.
That's a good reason to not tell.
I don't want to ruin it for people and then be like, who is the guest? It's like, yeah.
What?
But, you know, before we get into all of that, I think there's so much happening on the reunion front of Real Housewives. We have got to talk about this. And I think that legally, you are going to have some insights on different things than what I, as just a catty bitch, would be able to offer to the conversation.
Right.
So let's go to everyone's favorite right now, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because wow, when I say
I love the husbands.
I love the husbands out there, and I'm not normally a husband guy.
I love when the husbands are on.
Yeah, normally I'm like, I hate husbands on there, but this was good.
No.
Now, unfortunately for me, there was one guy who showed up during the reunion, and I didn't like it. You know, I felt kind of sick. You know, I felt like, you know, and it felt thirsty and it felt gross.
Oh my God. But guess what? He was completely disregarded. He was completely disregarded. It's like, what is even the point of this? That was a super leading question. This proves nothing. And it's like, he once told me that Andy hated him, and now it's been confirmed.
So, you know what? That was a great moment, but it really was. Now, we start off the reunion with Todd versus John Barlow, which is right where we left off. And I gotta say, I've not been into Todd too much this season, but when he went back at John Barlow and said, "You watch your tone.
Tone it down.
You watch your tone," I was like, oh, hell yes. I'll call you daddy.
But that was like a second, and you thought he was going to do something. And then he totally wimped out because then John said to him, "You tone it down." And then he was like,
I felt like
he just sat there, crossed his arms.
I felt like it was
threw his stylist at him from the Palm
and it was going to take a long
like,
time for him to get up out of that chair, you know. And then I think that Bronwyn would have had to go. She would have had to escort him over to John. It would have been tough.
Yeah.
So I get it.
But it was a good attempt. Like, he got testosterone there for a second. And I did
like that. Okay, here's my question for you. You know, we have everybody, it feels like, is fighting with somebody, even if it doesn't make sense. I don't understand why it is that Meredith Marks and Angie are still fighting. Especially too, I love when Andy's like, "Yep, control room is saying that is what Angie said." And I'm just like,
I don't even think that happened.
It did.
He just wanted it to end. And boy, it didn't end.
You're just like, oh my God. And then Meredith threatening to leave and be like, "I'm done."
Honestly, my favorite part of the reunion, because Meredith at that moment made Andy her bitch.
Yeah.
Like, she really did. So she gets up and she says, "Until you play this, you know, the part where it says that I wasn't involved, or if not, I'm leaving." And Andy was like, "Roll that beautiful bean footage." You know, it was like so ridiculous. And then she goes, "Okay, with her pashmina, now I'll stay." And it's like, that's never happened.
Thing that she's wearing is called a pashmina.
Yeah, pashmina. A fur-lined pashmina.
I need more pashminas in my life.
I was going to wear one today in her honor because I loved it.
It was a great moment. There's something about Meredith that's just like, you're so scared because she feels like, you know what she feels like? She feels like when those people get too close to wild animals and they're like, "Oh, they love me" and stuff, but then one day they rip them to shreds. That's how I feel about Meredith Marks. Like, you're like, you know, she's fun, she's silly, whatever. She's doing a bat mitzvah.
Snap at
and then
second.
One day it's just like she turns on you. And I like that.
First of all, I didn't know that she had hearing aids, which she calls a disability.
Which I'm like, okay, Anna needs hearing aids.
Right. This is what I'm saying, that now I think maybe kind of chic. You know, it won't be bad if I need
I
them,
think that it could probably qualify you for a handicap placard. That and your age.
Really?
I think that mixed with your age, you could be parking, like when you go to Costco, I'm talking front row.
And then everywhere else where people pay, it would be free.
Oh, yeah. I think that'd be good for you. Okay. Maybe we start working on that angle.
Apply.
I think that'd be good.
Definitely.
Okay, I have thoughts about Heather Gay because I feel like...
Tell me your thoughts.
I just feel like she keeps coming for sorry, you were doing your hands like that and I got distracted.
That's what she does, though. She explains her whole monologue is like
I was like,
she does it with her
is she
fingers.
telling me to shut up? Like, what is she doing? I can't quite figure this out.
No.
The way that Heather just keeps coming for Bronwyn, it's like, it doesn't matter what Bronwyn says. She's like, I don't think that's true. No. And I'm just like, when did Heather get so far up Lisa's ass?
She's a different person.
She is.
She's like a different person. She doesn't even know who she is. I feel bad for her because I think that she was really kind of like the anchor of
Yeah.
that show. Like everybody loved her. And then now, which is unfair to her, by the way. Just because somebody loses weight, you don't have to.
But it's not the
I
weight
better when they were
loss. It's
fat.
the, like, she's lost her shine and sparkle. She seems
has.
dark spirited now, you know?
Well, because she used to wear the you should know about this. I know about this. Her fatness as a
I don't
shield
think we say that.
to protect herself.
Did you just say
protect
I
herself.
should know this, you bitch?
Yeah, because I'm so skinny.
If anyone knows Ace, it's you big fat ass. I felt like the Heather before was, she came in and it felt like Heather was one of us on the inside. It felt like she could laugh at them and not always with them. She was more so laughing at them. Like when Meredith was losing her shit in Palm Springs and yelling at Angie and saying that she wanted her removed, and Heather is just drinking those martini espressos and cracking up. Like that's the Heather that we loved.
Yes, that's the Heather I
And
love.
now it's like she just seems so dark.
I think she's thinking about how she looks when she's talking.
Yeah.
She's guarded. She's like,
I could see that. And it sucks because it's just like, you were a fan favorite and now I don't know what to think of you. But I will say, whatever she did to her face is not the best advertisement for Beauty Lab and Laser.
No, man. She's got man face.
I thought she looked like, you ever seen the movie Saw with the little clown on the bike?
Oh,
I thought she kind of had his face.
She had soft
like
face.
really big cheeks and just the face that comes to a point down at the bottom.
It's called a heart-shaped face, and it's the goal.
I think we went a little hard on the heart shape.
Yeah, she went too hard. I mean, look, that's happening to all of them. They all do that, except Lisa Barlow. Lisa Barlow, call Dr. Kerouac. He's the best.
It's so funny because like Lisa Barlow she is so delusional about how the world works and all of that, but she's like the only one on that whole show who I feel like is not getting any work done.
No, she's not getting. Clearly,
it's like, I mean, props to you for doing it.
No, I mean, she's probably getting Botox.
Even the Botox feels like it's minimal.
I think it's that her lower face is falling.
Okay. Will you tell me when my lower face starts to fall?
You've got a lot of time. 44. Apparently, it's 44 and 60 when you show the most age.
Okay, and will you get me in with your doctor? Thank you.
Course,
okay.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
I'll hold your hand through the entire
But yeah, I'm sick of Heather being so far up Lisa's asshole because it's like, it was fun when Heather would point out how awful Lisa was all the time. But we've lost that now.
Right.
And I wish that we had more.
I think Lisa has done a great job of making herself the grand dame, for lack of a better word, of that show. And I think that people who don't want to lose their job or be downgraded to a friend are just like orbiting her to stay in her good graces and to have a connection.
Gotcha.
That's what
okay.
It's the alliances. Listen, this is Survivor for socialites.
I feel like that's what you're doing with me. You're just like, Ace, you are so famous. Everyone loves you so much that I just need to leech onto you and I can't let go.
It is true.
I get it. I understand how Lisa
People
feels.
Like you. Yeah. But at least I find Lisa so unlikable.
But she is unlikable. Like I couldn't imagine sitting down and having a lunch with her. I mean, I would, but I can't, but like as a housewife, she is so enjoyable. I love to watch her.
Yeah, no, yeah, we need her. We need her. Leave it
I
as
love
is.
how
And
offended
I
she
like
gets by
Bronwyn.
anything Whitney does.
Yeah. And Whitney, by the way, she was there the entire time, completely covered by Bronwyn's dress and just like trying to cry. I mean, at the end, she cried a lot, and we can talk about Mary's thing, but like, I don't know. She didn't really contribute anything of substance.
So since we're in the reality court, I do want to bring this up. There was a new lawsuit filed just recently from the reunion. And that is from Justin Rose, Whitney Rose's husband. He is suing whoever it was that did his veneers, because I have never in my life seen worse veneers. Every time they showed him and he smiled, I thought, close your mouth. Honestly, you would look better with just gums. It's sad, but it's true.
Well, I don't think he can. Again, I'm not body shaming, but he's put on a few lbs.
How is that not body shaming? I'm not body shaming, but the dude is a heifer. All right.
I know, but if I preface it, then people will say, "Well, at least she said he's not body shaming." So I just think, I don't know why he looks so uncomfortable. Like,
I feel like he's wearing the wrong size clothes. Because I don't.
Yes, he's wearing his old clothes.
Don't think that Fendi makes a men's 2X, and I mean that's fine. I get it. I can't wear Fendi either.
Was he wearing
no
Fendi?
But like he has before, and it's so embarrassing when he gets dressed up by DHK.
That's DHK.
It's always so embarrassing when he, like, you can tell Whitney got him dressed, and I'm just like, please don't ever put that on again, Grandpa. That's not your look.
Yeah.
No. Speaking of Mary Cosby, we mentioned her briefly, but I want to get into this because I think that this is one of, if not the greatest moments from a reunion of all time. And I think the only thing that could ever beat this would be Brianna, Vicky Gunvalson's daughter, going up toe-to-toe with Brooks during I think it's the season 7 reunion. Other than that, I think this is one of our greatest moments.
Well, no, I don't know how much you watched season 2 of Miami, but the final season of Miami, at the end, not the final season, the last episode, when we were in the Bahamas and we had to throw these flowers into the water and say something, and it was me ending, at the time I was ending my 23-year divorce, and I didn't even want to do it because I was leaving to Spain, and it was Marisol's idea. I'm like, Marisol, get the flowers, let's go, I got to do it fast, I'm going to miss my plane. And it ended up affecting me so much that I am telling you, all of production was crying. So you need to watch that. I'm going to send you. I can't watch it, and my girls can't watch it because it was a very raw moment.
So you're okay, but you're putting yourself at the top. Okay.
Yeah. Well, at least top 3.
I will say, you're always so humble, it's just so nice to be around people who, it's like, you're a huge star, you're a huge celebrity, and you have these huge moments.
It's not huge. I'm not huge, but I'm not tiny.
You're beautifully fit. You're beautifully fit.
No, I know that. No, listen, I know that I'm not. Okay, but that was a special moment and a very sad moment that haunts me and my children to this day. So I think it should get the respect it deserves. Okay,
I agree. I think
that when we get off today, you should sit with Caitlin and watch that. It's the last 5 minutes of the last episode or last 10 minutes.
I know that I've seen it, but for some reason, you know what? I think it was so traumatic that I've blocked it out.
It was traumatic.
Yes, I think that's kind of what happened.
Now that you're a dad, you will understand. And you're going to call me crying, sobbing, boogers coming out, saying, I didn't realize you're number one. You're the number one most, more than Mary.
For sure.
You'll see.
Now, okay, so the number 2 moment of Housewives history is Mary opening up about Robert Jr. and more so, I think just Robert Jr. being willing to sit there and say like, this is what I'm going through. And then we bring it up again at the reunion, and Andy's even crying, which I don't know if we've ever seen Andy cry.
Never. Because Andy's a dad now.
Oh.
And when you're a dad, you know this. You see things and you say, that could happen to me. Because it has nothing to do with whether you're a great parent or not a great parent. There is no, I had 2 girls that I had 11 months apart, and they could not be more different. But they love each other, get along great, and embrace each other's differences, but it's like 2 different people. Like, you know, and so I think Andy was looking at it as a dad, like he was thinking of Benjamin, and he was, you know, plus it was very moving.
It's so, again, I want to study Mary Cosby and how she went from season 1 to season 5, and it's just a completely different person.
He asked her about that, you know, he asked her about that.
And she said she finally had a friend.
She finally had a friend. I think she is such an enigma to me, and I too would love to sit with her because I don't quite understand her, but I love her anyway. You know, she could just say, there's a part of her that's like Psy.
Yes.
You know, Psy from New York, that it's like, no, I don't care, whatever. And then there's this other side where it mattered to her what Robert Sr. said, you know, so much. And it was really special. And I do love the relationship between her
Which
and
is
Angie.
so funny because, like, I don't love Angie, you know? Like, I've always felt like Angie's AI. Like, I don't think she's real, you know? I think that she's fake. Like, she's a robot. But for some reason, the 2 of them together.
And a beard.
Oh, and a beard, yes. I love that. I love seeing the 2 of them together.
I do too.
Now, I will say, though, that while Mary has given us so much depth, the thing that I love about Mary is how bothered she is by Britney. And it doesn't matter what Britney says, what Britney does. Britney could find the cure for cancer, and Mary's going to find a way to shit on it. And I like that commitment.
I do like that commitment. She doesn't like her. She wants her gone. She finds her just superfluous, like unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I think she brings something. She's a little trashy.
Oh,
you know?
I love to hate Britney. There's nothing I love more. She gives kind of like she brings upon the same emotions that Danielle Staub would bring on, where it's like, I hate you so much, but I don't want you to go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. You know what? I think that if Britney really gets engaged to the Tito of the Osmonds, if she can have a wedding where all the Osmonds come together, and I'm a little bit country. I'm a little,
I'm going to tell you really quick. I don't know a single Osmond song. I don't think they were famous.
And they call it puppy love. Oh my God, I grew up in love with Johnny Osmond.
No, not me. I don't know any of the Osmond songs. I know if you showed me a picture of them, I'd be able to pick them out. But other than that,
you never saw, like, well, obviously you're too young, but you can go back and look at the Osmond show, which was really, it was called Donnie and Marie.
I know that. I mean, I know that, but have I ever seen a clip from it? No. I don't know if they've been able to take that and turn it into digital clips.
Oh,
it's pretty
sure
old. It's pretty old.
You know, just so that you can relate to me, you should look at some of that stuff.
I mean,
like the Lawrence Welk show. You know, like I watched a SpongeBob for You and Nickelodeon, so that I can relate to you.
Well, the thing is like it's pretty old. Like I'm pretty sure one of their guests was like Abraham Lincoln before getting shot. You know, like it's just we've got some. It's old. You know, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
I mean, it was all black and white.
Yeah, basically. It was some of the first TV that was out there. It was actually they had Charlie Chaplin on. It was actually it was silent, so we didn't know they were good singers.
They weren't. Yeah, it was before the talkies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do we keep Real Housewives of Salt Lake exactly as it is? We don't touch a single person.
I think so. I think so. And I think next season we're going to see a different Bronwyn because a second season housewife is
Yeah.
different. You know, she's going to have her
Mm-hmm.
glow up. Okay. She's going to stay true to her fashion sense, which is pretty fearless. And I think she's going to learn a lot from this experience. And I think that Todd is going to pull up his Palm Pilot and tutor her on how she should handle this, because she like overshared some stuff and then she tried to take it back about like you know, the cheating and the emotional cheating and all that stuff, and she was speaking out of both sides of her mouth several times with the necklace and all that stuff. So I think she's going to come back more prepared that way, but I think we're going to see her walk in and she's going to make a huge impact.
And I know that Heather is trying to say, like, you know, this isn't what you said before, Bronwyn, but it's like, shut up, Heather. Again, I loved Heather more than anything, but here's my thought. I believe that Bronwyn is covering for Todd's ass. I think that he did have the emotional affair. I bet you anything. Can you imagine him whipping out his Palm Pilot, taking a dick pic? Just
No,
like,
oh my God.
And I'm telling you right now, it's those ones where you have to like push down and it pops up, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, like it's his
like
dick has to
like a groundhog.
Yes, it's
Connie Phil.
He's got groundhog dick.
He's got groundhog dick. Listen, if I were her,
Yeah.
I too would cover for him, because the one thing, if you're a trophy wife, that you can be sure of is that your old saggy ass, saggy bald husband is not going to be having affairs, emotional or otherwise.
Yeah.
So how embarrassing.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
actually, I feel like that's often when a guy has like an arm candy, he's always cheating. And usually like someone who's like way better looking than him. You know?
I gotta find out if that's true.
And that's why I always tell people, like, when your spouse cheats on you, I'm like, it's not that you weren't good enough. It's not that you were like ugly or anything like that. It's just like a man wants a different hole to put it in. So
listen, guys, this is the wisest thing I'm gonna tell everyone.
Okay.
Trash bags, judgy jurors,
Yeah.
all of you. This is wisdom coming from my many years being on this planet.
Okay. A lot of them. It's been a lot of years.
It's been a lot of years, but I think this is a pearl.
Okay.
Love. Okay. Everybody thinks love is about how a person feels about you, but it's not. It's about how you make the person feel about themselves.
Oh, deep. Wow.
Once you learn that, you're always going to be happy, because you've got to make the person feel valued, admired, you know, all seen, all that shit. You know, it's not just about you. If you start looking at it that way and the other person looks at it that way, you have a great relationship.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I can be wise, guys.
I don't think that's going to stop people from putting their dicks in other people, but I love the advice, you know.
Yeah.
I love the wisdom. It's just wisdom. It's beautiful.
It's wisdom. It's wisdom. Anti-wisdom.
Overall, though, I'm really sad because Salt Lake is ending this week, and now I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. And it's like,
I don't know what I'm going to do either.
Did you watch the Atlanta trailer?
No.
I've
never watched Atlanta. I watched Potomac for a while. I'm like excited about the TLC show on the girl with Tourette's, because I fell in love
Bailing
with her.
out loud. I love her so much.
I'm excited about that. What is this mid-season finale of Sister Wives? Are we taking a break?
Yeah, we're taking a little break for an extended period of time. And then we'll be back again, because it's just like, you're hold on to your horses, guys. This show is taking off. And again, I watched the mid-season trailer and I'm like, why? These people know how they know how to put together a trailer, because I always fall for it. Every single time I fall for it. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be good. It's getting better. It's getting better. And then every time I am let down. Nothing happens.
Well, Aurora wants to get baptized.
Yeah, she wants to get baptized. And I think that's exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy season.
Wow. I don't know what you're gonna do with yourself.
Ugh, I'm gonna have to start
Masturbate
training
a lot.
now. I'm gonna start training
Masturbate
now.
and doing what do you
Yes,
call it? What is it that you do? That thing you do in a leotard?
gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
Masturbating and gymnastics. Wow, what sounds like a great time with me.
Really?
But okay, really quickly, the Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer came out, and I was so glad when I read the comments because it felt very confusing. Like the timeline jumped all over the place, and we have Kenya in it, but we don't have Kenya with any sort of title card. And then at the very end of the trailer, we see that Phaedra's coming back, and I'm worried. I don't know if this is going to be good or not.
I love Phaedra so much.
It's so stressful.
It is stressful. It's always been one of the best, honestly.
Are you watching Traitors?
Of course. Of course.
Okay. When Carolyn was in that little room with the other two, and she looks Danielle dead in the face and is like, well, I guess we're going to have to get rid of Danielle next. And I was like, oh, shit. Oh, and I don't know. Carolyn is off her rocker. There's something.
I think she's going to win.
Oh, you do?
Because she is crazy. As a traitor, she's crazy when she's pretending not to be a traitor. She's so fidgety and weird that you don't know what her normal state is.
Yeah.
Her normal state is fidgety.
Yeah.
So there's nothing suspicious about her behavior. She's crazy all the time.
Okay. I get that. I just feel like if she wins, I don't understand how this game works at all because
it's 100% psychological warfare, and it's about, first of all, I don't think you'd be good because you're too honest.
Oh, you think?
I think you're too honest. I think your face gives it away.
Oh, that is true.
I think your face will give it away.
Because I can lie right to people's face. I can lie right to their face, no problem. But my face does usually give it away, yeah.
I think it'll show. And then for me, I have such a big mouth that if I start trying to play possum, people are going to be like, she's a traitor or she's whatever.
Yeah.
It's not her normal state.
Yeah.
Unless they saw me on this past season of Real Housewives of Miami, and then they know that I'm just a shrinking violet.
Right.
Maybe I'll lean into that.
I feel like, okay, they'll probably ask me to do it before they ask you, but I'll say like, okay, bring my friend Anna on with me. We'll both do it together. Right. And then
Larsa and Marcus.
Yeah.
We are a package deal. We're a package deal.
Exactly.
And then I'll look at a picture of you, kiss it, and put it next to my nightstand.
Thank you.
It was so ridiculous. But I am loving Traitors.
Traitors.
Did you say it?
Traitors. I love it. But yeah, I think next season will be there, so I'm excited. All right.
Can we take a second since we always thank Beyonce, and we are kind of the keeper of Beyonce's integrity and dignity. We want to thank everyone who finally gave Beyonce, the winningest artist of all time, album of the year.
Thank God.
It was
Thank God. It's so crazy to think that, Beyonce is like, you can't go anywhere and say Beyonce and people don't know who you're talking about. And it's like, how has she never won that? Yeah. It's wild.
There's something weird there.
It's so stupid.
There's something weird
and
there.
It's like, okay, but I thought you were in the Illuminati. Is the Illuminati not associated with the Grammys?
Yeah, of course they are.
Oh, well, then why isn't she winning?
I don't know.
Seems like it should be a clean sweep.
I didn't want to make it obvious. They didn't want to make it obvious.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Moving on over to the East Coast, Real Housewives of New York. We are, I gotta say, I am feeling really, really bad for Brynn. And I just feel like, funny? And I've never minded a pile on before. I've never minded before. But Brynn knows how to bring you in with her tears. Like, you really do feel like she's sad.
Yes, I do think that she's sad. I do think that the network also, I think they want to keep her around.
Yeah.
And they played certain things, like when she was talking about the sexual abuse that I guess we hadn't seen before. Sometimes there's things that never make it. It ends up in the cutting room floor. I think they
your entire appearance on Real Housewives of Miami.
Right, exactly. So I think that they set it up to make Brynn look better, because at the end of the finale, it looked like it was over for Brynn.
Yeah.
And then all the women had decided that Brynn was no longer going to be on the show.
Yeah.
And Erin ended up with a lot of egg on her face in that first reunion episode, I thought.
You know, I
Do you
think
love Erin?
I don't know how. I go back and forth on Erin all the time because I'm like, I want to like you. She feels like she's normal, but then I feel like she's so quick to. She's kind of a chameleon, and I hate chameleons. There's nothing I hate more than a chameleon because it's like, stand your fucking ground.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, and I like to be able to predict your behavior, and you never know where she's going to go. I thought she was trying to cry when Brynn was crying. That Uba, to me, Uba seems so genuine.
Uba was, I think if anyone's coming out of this looking better than ever, it's Uba.
Yeah.
She looks so great. Like you can tell that she's emotional. You can tell like she's actually hurt, but she's also hurting for Brynn. It was so funny because Brynn was like opening up about the situation. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I could never have Erin as a friend because she responds and she's like, I'm so sorry that happened to you, Brynn. Oh, okay.
Right. And then wait, and everything she wrote after the Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah.
How does she shove that up her ass and make everybody forget about it?
Yeah.
Like, we still remember that.
Yeah.
Those were fighting words. Can we talk? I mean, that whole situation is sad, but before anything else, can we talk about the robe? Like, why?
I couldn't tell if Andy loved it or he was offended. I felt like he was acting like he loved it, but I was almost like he was like, you fucking kidding me? A robe? But I will say this.
Because it's her.
Yeah.
They would have kicked me out. Like, he would have said, I'm sorry, go put on a dress. Whatever dress from Dress Barn. I
fucking loved it. And I thought she looked so good. And I thought it was such a power move. And I was so glad because like I hated the jeans. The jeans wasn't it for me. But I feel like her doing this, I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's Jenna fucking Lyons.
Where do we go from here?
I don't know if she'll be back next season.
You don't?
No.
Because of Cass.
I think that I honestly feel like, so I saw this thing, a blind item saying that they think the recasting is happening because some people will be leaving on a mutual decision from the network and the housewife. Some people will be leaving against their own will. And I feel like Jenna's one who's probably leaving in a mutual decision where they were like, listen, I'm sure she gets paid more than the others. But it's like, you're not going to share your life. We can't keep going down this road with you.
Right.
But it's sad for me because I love Jenna Lyons. I really do.
I like Jenna Lyons too. That's the reason they demoted me to a friend that third season.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't show my personal life. And I'm as iconic as Jenna Lyons. So
absolutely. It's like when I open up any sort of magazine, it's like Anna Quincoces. It's everywhere.
It's a lot. You know what? It's a lot.
How do you even go outside? Is that why you moved to North Carolina to get away from the Paps?
Yeah, of course.
More privacy.
Of course, but they've already found me.
Oh God.
Every once in a while, I've been putting my car in the garage. So I know how she feels, and by the way, what a flex it was, or a humble brag to say that once Bezos got to the party, the dynamic of the party changed and they left right away. When Andy was asking her, why'd you leave the party I was at so soon?
Yeah.
That's what about Jenna that I find, like, who is this Jenna? Like, I remember being influenced by her decisions at J. Crew. I do. J. Crew was really cool when she was there. And I didn't know that it was her, but she would get like a chambray shirt and then do like the big embellished cool necklaces. And it was a look that was just kind of modern meets preppy and like the juxtaposition of all it.
I wear a lot of J. Crew.
Yeah. And so I understand that she had a major influence on fashion, but it's weird. Like, she didn't really own the thing. And then why didn't she open her eyes? When he told her she had to take the sunglasses off, she was like this the whole time.
I thought it was funny how, like, she she finally told us like, oh, I actually didn't buy that car. It was just loaned to me for a little bit. And then it's like, your apartment is gorgeous, but it's like, I think of Jenna Lyons and I think we're going into something out of this world. And it's like, it's a closet and a room, kitchen and a living room. Like, it's not that's it. Much to it. So I don't know. I don't know if she's not as successful or as powerful as we thought she was.
Well, she doesn't really have like Brynn. I don't think she really has a job except for whatever endorsements that she's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know that her lash line is selling that well.
When does our lash line launch? I need to put that in my calendar.
Not until August.
Oh, okay. August, guys, you can get
summer people,
our lashes.
Ours are different. Are different.
Yeah, I went I wanted to go the exact opposite of natural. So they're very long. Right, exactly. You could almost like braid them.
Right. They look like caterpillar eyes.
Yes, that's what I like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want. Listen, you got to lean in. If you're going to wear a lash, wear a lash.
Okay, question for you. How do you feel about Jessel?
I like Jessel. And I like Pavit. I don't know why I didn't at the beginning.
I hate
First,
Pavit.
I love how she speaks. I thought it was mean.
No, it was the best.
About the iPhone?
Oh, no, the iPhone thing was so weird. I was like, oh, what a great gift. You got an iPhone?
I didn't have a problem with that. I'm the kind of person when my ex-husband gave me a KitchenAid, I was so happy. I loved it.
Okay, but like, did you really want a KitchenAid?
Yeah.
It's like, here's the thing. I feel like Pavit used the upgrade. You know, he was like, oh, we have an upgrade for a phone, so I'm going to get you the iPhone 6. No. I loved, though, when Andy put her on the spot about like, what have you done? You just look so different. She's a sprinkle of Botox. And then Brynn's like, that's not true. And you ran out the door, didn't pay your bill. And she's like, what are you saying? She's like, you only had a sprinkle of Botox. She's like, and some filler. And then Andy's like, okay, so just a sprinkle of Botox and some filler. And she's like, yes. And then he's like, oh, and what about your teeth? Those, she's like, I got veneers. I'm like, God, just why are people so weird about it? Why won't people say what they got done?
But the thing is, it's none of his business.
It is. It's so our business. We are putting money in their pockets. Just tell us what you did. Yeah, I always want to know what people did.
No, I always want to know too. But I just find it funny that he did it since our season. He asked everybody, but she was being coy about it. I don't know. I like her. I don't know how much she brings to the table. Maybe if she has that third baby, maybe if we do discover that Pavit has a girlfriend that's happy with, 5 hours in Vietnam. I don't know.
Don't you think, though, like there's nothing I hate more, and this is as someone who has 2 small children. I hate a pregnant housewife, and I hate a housewife with a new baby. I'm not interested. I'm
not interested either.
No, I'm like, Megan King Edmonds taking us through her whole IVF journey. Boring. Yeah. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, that is boring. That is boring. But I do like the whole Sai and Pavit, Sai calling him an animated fish and him calling her bipolar bitch.
Yeah.
And then Jessel is working on it still to get him to apologize. She's so dignified.
I love how she was like, he's working on getting up an apology.
He's working on it.
Oh, just say it. Just come out and say like, you know what? I felt like I was backed in a corner. I was being an asshole and I said it. He's like, well, I don't know if I want to apologize. Here's the thing about Pavit that makes me insane is, he was an absolute dork, like total dork all his life. And then he got like some success, or I don't even know if he's that successful, but like now he has way too much confidence and he's almost like overcompensating. And I hate it. I hate that so much.
Yeah, I know. I feel like maybe they will still make for interesting television, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see Brynn next season. By the way, what did you think of her Mrs. Roper outfit?
I loved it.
Company?
The only reason I know Mrs. Roper is because on Real Housewives of Orange County, Kelly said to Shannon, okay, Mrs. Roper. And she said, who? And she said, yeah.
Did you never watch the show?
No, I've never. No, so that's when I Googled it.
Oh my God. See, that's an outfit Mrs. Ripper would have worn to the Regal Beagle.
Oh, I loved
And
it.
oh,
You know
come
whose
and knock
outfit I
on
was
our door.
disappointed by?
Who?
Aaron, because we've seen it on Lisa Rinna. I think we saw it on another housewife. I was like, we've already been there. I
That
liked
gold
how it
dress.
if it was the first time I saw it, I would have liked it. But I'm like, look back at other shows. Don't wear the same thing someone did.
I didn't like that dress at all.
Mm.
In fact, if she hadn't said it was Bottega, I would have thought it was some shitty Rent the Runway thing.
Yeah, that's bad. That's pretty bad.
And the fact that she has to say that, I don't know.
Do you feel like... So a lot of people are saying they think we're getting one more season of this New York before they put it on pause. And we have a very, very special guest today. And I'm just like, can we get our ladies back? Can we get our ladies back? That's what I want.
At least some of them.
Yeah.
But I think what Bravo is doing, and it is smart. They're taking the time to remember other things outside of Housewives, because a lot of people are saying that Housewives is starting to, they're definitely losing audiences, because when we were on, we were canceled because we did not maintain over 1 million viewers.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody has 1 million viewers now. Not one person.
But I feel like it's changed because of streaming.
Right. But I think that they want better. I think they want to diversify their portfolio, which is, I think, why they're bringing back Jeff.
Yes. Thank God. Thank God.
They're bringing back Shaw's.
Also, they are?
Yeah.
I didn't know about Shaw's. I've never watched Shaw's, but I've watched every reunion. Because I love a reunion show, and I've never watched it, but I love the reunions. Speaking of Jeff Lewis, our very own Anna Quincoces, you can find on Jeff Lewis Live. Is it this week? Thursday?
This Thursday, yeah.
Oh, look at you go. When do you leave?
Wednesday.
Oh,
morning.
Okay. Wow. So find her there.
Yeah, and I'm on with Reza.
Oh, okay. I saw. Yes, I did see that. Yes. Okay, so I like that they're bringing Gretchen back on the OC. I
think that's a good move.
I honestly feel like, though, like, instead of giving us so much nostalgia, like, Salt Lake has proven to be where we need to go. We need new cities. We need people who are eager to be famous and who are eager to do whatever it takes to do so. Like, I feel like it's like, I love Kyle Richards, but it's like, what does Kyle Richards get out of Housewives anymore? It's like Sutton is so filthy rich. It's like, she's not doing it for the money. She's doing it for some sort of notoriety. But it's like, at a certain point, I just feel like we need people who are a little bit more cutthroat to be there. And so I'm hoping for new cities to pop up.
I'm hoping for new cities, but I think Miami is going to be a big surprise this next season, and I think it's going to be really good.
What? You never say that.
Huh?
You never say that. What did you hear? You heard something.
No, I've seen the transformation of people. People are less guarded. First, the 2 old ones, or the 3 old ones. I'm old too. I'm just saying, let's call them OGs.
Okay.
They're very, very, very desperate. And the desperation comes from, A, not having anything else in their lives, and B, wanting this for so long and finally getting it back, and also thinking, this is my last hurrah, right?
Yeah.
And then the new ones, come on, Gertie. Gertie has embraced being famous like nobody's business. She is just, love her or hate her. She's a force.
Okay.
She's a force. Larsa, Larsa is Larsa, but
people, it's crazy to me because people are like, I watch Miami for Larsa. I'm like, what are you watching for?
That.
Like, there's nothing going on.
I think we're going to see the dating aspect of it.
Okay.
I think we're going to see Marisol's going to continue to be boring and just the whole time just orbiting Alexia and anybody that will let her say something funny every once in a while, whatever. Alexia is going to I'm predicting the whole thing. She's going to cry the entire time about Todd not wanting to go back with her.
Okay.
And maybe she'll dip her foot in a little bit of dating and whatever. But the new Steph Shoji or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man. That one is going to butt heads with a lot of people. I know this like I know anything. I mean like I know the sun's going to come out tomorrow.
Well,
Like
you never know.
I think it's going to be a really good season.
Okay, I'm very excited to hear that because I feel like you never say that about Miami. I do hope that they get new title cards because we've done them 2 seasons in a row. I don't like that. Like let's move it along. Let's get some new shots going.
I think they will. They have somebody new, and I think they will. And she's got to show her plane and the level of wealth that Stephanie has.
Yeah,
I think it might be more than Nicole.
Oh,
Although I don't know if you saw Nicole's son's birthday party.
No.
Do you follow her?
No,
Okay.
I don't follow anybody.
Go back and take a look. It is the most incredible thing. She's always done incredible parties, but it was a pirate party, and they brought a real pirate ship.
Oh God, like in the water? Yeah, big shot.
No, but I'm talking about, I think Johnny Depp was there. I mean, I don't know. It was crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like it. So I think we're going to see a lot of, just this excess of like, oh, you showed all that, and now this Stephanie's going to be like more and more and more.
Do you know what I would really like? One of my favorite things about Miami is like, can we please just get a little bit more Lenny? Like, and I don't want Lenny to know he's because like remember when they were in their room and he didn't know he was being filmed? I love that. I love when he had his hot mic moment. I love just like Lenny being a piece of shit, but not knowing he's being filmed. Like, I just want secret cameras around.
They wanted Lenny's woman, whatever, to be on the show, and they offered it to her.
Yeah.
And he said no. That would have been great.
That would have been great.
I think that would have been really, really good. I don't know. I think Lisa is also kind of a little boring lately. With Jody, he's very quiet. He's tries to be dignified.
He has very slopey shoulders. Yeah. He has very slopey shoulders. Yeah. I feel like we got to like rev it up.
Yeah, we have to rev it up. And I think we will. I think we're going to see something there. And I think that, we need other cities. I think they're going to cancel Dubai.
Oh, yeah, that's done.
Right.
Which I will say this, I really felt like Dubai had potential. I feel like the wrong production crew came in because production allowed Caroline Stanberry to just like lay in bed with Sergio. And it was like, I felt like they didn't get pushed to do stuff. And so it became just more and more boring. Fight. I mean, it'd just be like, hey, can you guys go fight somewhere? I mean, when we got Sergio and Caroline Stanberry fighting over moving out and stuff, I love that.
Yeah.
I love seeing couples fight because it's like, it feels real, as Mary Brown would say.
They need to hire you at Bravo as a strategist.
Please.
Honestly, you're kind of like a savant.
Yes. I don't have many skills in life, but I know my housewives.
You have that. You know what people like. You know what people like.
Because here's the thing. Do you know that Real Housewives of Orange County premiered on my 16th birthday? And do you know what I did on my 16th birthday? I stayed home and I watched Real Housewives of Orange County because I was a huge Desperate Housewives guy. My family would watch Desperate Housewives. And so that's where Housewives came from. And I remember it was during Desperate Housewives, we saw a promo for Real Housewives. And I was like, I'm in for that.
I'm in. This is all me. What do you think about like, I want to see Kelly Dodd back on OC too.
Here's the thing. I am not completely against that, but she can't come back the same person she was.
I don't think she is the same person.
I'm like, I don't need her to just, you know what I hate about Kelly Dodd is,
what?
He has a PhD, pretty huge dick. It's like, that's not funny. That's not funny at all. But it's like,
I think it's kind of funny.
Of course you do. You're old. But I feel like with Kelly Dodd, it's like, I would love Kelly Dodd to come in because I want someone to fight Heather. But I feel like Kelly Dodd fights like such an idiot that Heather can just dismiss her. And that's what we can't
I know,
have.
but aren't you tired of Heather dismissing people?
I know, but I'm saying
Like,
that's
look,
what
I'm
she
not
will
a Heather
do.
fan.
I think if
Did you?
Kelly could come in and fight like smart, I think that she could stay. But I feel like she's going to come in just screaming, yelling, and whatever. And Heather's going to be like, you're a child. You can leave. You can leave.
Leave now.
Yes.
I know, but did you watch her on that new show of the Tarek and Christina? You know, the new
the flipping.
they had her
something.
as a judge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The flip off. It's
Okay.
called the flip off. She's so pretentious. She's
Oh,
so pretentious.
I hate
full of
Heather
shit.
Dubrow. I hate Heather Dubrow.
ROI and the this and the that. Like, she knows she's an expert on everything.
Yeah.
You can't be an expert on everything.
No.
And so I think that when
I'm
you
fine
come
to say
in,
I'm an expert on nothing other than Housewives.
right, and if you come in and fight with her at her level, then that's boring too. I think I would just like mock the shit out of her pretentiousness and say, yeah.
No, but
huge
here's the
dick,
thing.
you know?
What I want is I don't want you to fight like Heather. I just want you to be smart about how you do it, because Heather will just be like, oh, you're a child. You're just having a tantrum, and she won't engage. But I think that if you can go for Heather in a way where you really hit her where it hurts, she'll come. And I want to see Heather fight. I am sick of not getting
bring
it.
a completely different person into that group.
Yeah.
There is no one in that group that has the wherewithal to fight Heather at her level.
Did you see Gina's reel on Instagram that she posted about Gretchen?
No.
Oh my God.
Is she happy about it?
I hate Gina. I've hated Gina for so long. And this past season, with her being so nice to Shannon, and then this reel, I was like, do I love Gina? Ugh. Do I love that girl who had the horrible extensions? She said, everyone's busy kissing Gretchen's ass. I don't have any pictures of us together, but here's some pictures of her where she looks really beautiful. And just like a montage of pictures of Gretchen. It was the funniest thing. I loved it.
That is pretty funny.
It's so funny. Yeah, I'm like, Gina, don't make me laugh.
She's still with the boyfriend, right? That they're not together in the house anymore.
I think, but I'm like, Gina, can we please move now? We gotta move.
Yeah.
I hate anytime seeing Heather Dubrow go into Gina's house. I felt like I saw a dog doing a backflip and landing only on its hind legs. It felt very uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable. That's the thing, though, that Heather belongs, even though OC is a very rich neighborhood.
Do not say she belongs on Beverly Hills.
That's where she wants to be.
That's where she wants to be, but I don't want her there. But imagine Erica Jane and Heather having a conversation.
Oh man, Erica Jane will rip her a new one. Erica Jane could take Heather Dubrow.
I just feel like Heather would be a kiss ass, I feel like, on Beverly Hills. Right.
And wouldn't that be funny to watch her?
Maybe.
You're not so superior now, bitch.
Maybe.
Yeah, it would be fun. It would be fun. I just think on this show, it's like taking candy from a baby, because everybody on OC is okay with being raunchy.
Yeah.
And she's too good for that, and too skinny and too perfect, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm over that shit, you know? Go be skinny and perfect somewhere else.
I would love for Heather Dubrow to stop wearing so much black. It drives me nuts. It really does.
Yeah. And everything. She's overdressed for everything. I don't know. I am excited about Miami.
You know what I'm excited for?
I'm not wrong.
I'm excited for this Craig and Paige breakup is starting to get ugly now. And I'm like, oh.
It's so hard.
I was sad before. I was so sad when I found out they broke up. But now some time has passed, and now to know there's drama, I'm excited. It brings me happiness.
It is? I don't know. I know that you weren't like a big watcher of Southern Charm. And I'm a new Southern Charm watcher.
Do you watch Southern Hospitality?
No, I don't watch that one.
Okay, I'll tell you right now. We started Southern Hospitality. We started at season 2. I felt like season 1. I was like, I feel like you're.
Yeah, it's always season. I always start season 2.
So it's so fucking good. It's like our OG days of Vanderpump Rules, but it's obviously could never touch those OG days. Like, we're not getting people slapping each other in the face, but it's like what we need from Vanderpump.
I'm excited about Summer House, but I'll tell you what. Like, watching now back the episodes, knowing that they broke up, because they were still together when this was happening. I think Paige got the ick. And we've talked about the ick before.
Yeah.
The ick is something that when a woman gets the ick, you can never go back. And
Yeah.
it was a scene where he was talking about giving up his podcast with Austin, which I'm all for. You know, get a job, not a podcast. We don't need more competition.
Yeah.
But he said to her that he was going to change that room around and create a crafting area because he wanted to use his Cricut
Yeah.
and embroidery. And then he asked her, "Hey, Paige, do you want a wall?" And she goes, "For what?" He goes, "Maybe like a gift wrapping station." And she's like, "Gift wrapping station?" Like, this woman, if she's going to buy a gift, she's going to walk into Prada where they put everything in the Prada bag. And like, she's not that person. And I don't know, not every woman likes a man that's into crafting or has a Cricut or wants to embroider shit.
I will say, so
And
I've
I
never
think she
watched
got
Southern
the ick.
Charm, but my wife is getting into it. So she's watching this season. And everyone's like, no, you need to go all the way back to the beginning, but whatever. We are jumping in at this season. And I watched 5 minutes of this show and I hated every second of it.
Really?
And you know what it is?
You need to.
Here's the thing. I don't like men. I don't like men on my shows.
Okay.
I don't like, and I was just like, it's very male heavy.
It's very man
and
centric.
even the Madison, who's fucking gorgeous. I'm like, she is insane. But she even
she's
has
the one that caused. She's the one that caused the breakup between
J-Lo
Alex
and
Rodriguez and J-Lo.
No, I didn't know that was her. I
Yeah.
knew it was someone from Southern Charm. I didn't know it was her.
Oh, yeah. She slipped into her DMs.
Oh, I
She's
would
stunning.
too. I would too.
Oh my God, I would too.
I would stay in the request, but it's fine. But here's my thought is like, even she has kind of masculine energy. And I just feel like it's all very like, I love a catty fight. I grew up with 5 sisters. I have only female cousins. I'm one of the girlies. I love women fighting because that's what I know. And when I watch guys do it, it feels uncomfortable. And then it's like they quickly move on. And I'm like, what is that? Like, what?
Men are really, they have girl problems. And I would think that you would relate to that.
No.
You know what I mean? They're a little bit more, they're not like manly men.
No, it's not even that. It's just like how they fight. Like, there's nothing I love more. Like, you know, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, when we went to Amsterdam and Kyle runs out of the restaurant and Lisa smashes a glass. Like, we just don't get that with men.
Right. No, they're not going to do that because they're Southerners and they're proper and they've been raised right.
I don't like that.
But I don't think that you can fall in love with this show unless you watch until you go back and see these guys.
Okay.
Like what kind of a douche Craig was when he first showed up and came from Delaware. He's not from the South. He doesn't have the same upbringing as these guys.
Oh.
You need to watch it. I think it's when I moved here that I started to watch that show, and it's my favorite thing. It's
all
like
right.
one of my favorite shows.
I'll try again. We've tried 3 times to start, and every time I'm like, I'm bored. I'm not into it.
Well, you need to watch it because I'm trying to get one of the guys here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll watch it then. Oh, my goodness. Well, guys, listen, we have a very special guest coming. Super excited about this interview. And trust me, you're going to wet your panties when you watch it. And actually,
not hold back, man.
Let me say this. 1, you should listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts and just keep replaying the episode to help us grow. But also then go watch it on YouTube because you cannot contain this woman. And
you can't.
She flashes us and everything. It's beautiful.
She doesn't lie. I like that she doesn't lie. Like she's incapable of it.
Yeah, she's literally one of the only housewives who I feel like is just totally fine being herself. She's like, I'll put it out there. What do I care? Yeah. We don't get that much.
And I like that about her. And yes, I just want to say that I love your trash bags because you know why. They know why.
They know why.
And I love
them. They're working for us.
You.
Yes. Thank you guys.
And so I'm excited. So tune in on
Thursday. Yes. Yeah. We recorded it. We recorded it today, but you can hear it on Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You'll hear it on Thursday. And it's good.
It's so good. It's so fun.
She is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna get more fun people. If you can't badmouth anybody I'm talking about. I really want to get you have to say just nice things about everybody.
Well, then I can't do the show. How am I supposed to say nice things about everybody? Good Lord.
I'm kidding.
I'm going to get Alexia. I'm going to get Alexia to do our podcast.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. She would never.
Or maybe what I'll do is one day if you're sick, I'll be like, hey, could you fill in? Oh, all right. Guys, have a beautiful day. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Hurrdat. Thank you, Trash Bags. Thank you, Judgy Jurors. Thank you, Beyoncé. And thank you to myself.
And thank you to the Academy of Music and Grammys and the 13,000 voting members.
And thank you to Sonia Morgan. All right.
And thank you to Sonia Morgan.
Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Love you.